Yo, what's up, PokeMMO community? My name is Patrouski, and welcome back to PokeMMO Stream Recap 430. Yes, you actually do legally need to watch all of them in the exact order. Link is in the description to be caught up to on what we're doing today. Just kidding, please don't do that. How are you doing today? Good morning, good morning. We have our typical daily PokeMMO news, tips, tricks, general discussion, the things we do every single day in this beautiful game to talk about, as well as a few events happening. Number one, there is a Shuntathon happening today. I will be doing a dedicated video going over to who gets what shinies, you know, every live reaction that we can, and hopefully giving away the prizes as well. I absolutely love Shuntathons. If you aren't familiar, you basically just shiny hunt alongside me, and I can actually even go ahead and put the locations on screen right now. Boom. This is the first time I'm revealing all of today's locations right now. They're all on screen for the next 5 hours of shiny hunting, which begins in about 30 minutes or so. Before that, we have to talk about our Xmas giveaway. I will be giving away 20,000 Pokeyen per Twitch sub or sub point that I have by the end of stream on December 31st. So on December 31st, come check out the live stream. You can win yourself some free Pokeyen. And if you want to support that giveaway, you can go ahead and Twitch sub. Twitch Prime is a free way to go ahead and support it. It's really cool. It's just a way for me to give back to you guys for helping me and playing PokeMMO and just all of us enjoying the game that we all love together. So we have the giveaway, we have the Shuntathon. Next up, we have our typical daily news. Let's go ahead and get into the catch events coming up. There are a fair bit of catch events surrounding the Xmas event, which is always good to see because it kind of has positives and negatives. It's tough to make some of these events, like especially the 28th one. That's gonna be really difficult, because how are you supposed to make that during all the Christmas event shenanigans? You know, that's a tough one. But if you do take the time to actually go do it, you might be one of the few people to go win that free, you know, Lucario. So we'll talk about it. First things first, the Purloin catch event that happens today. This is actually going to mark the end of our Shuntathon at 5 p.m. ET. It starts at 5 p.m. ET in Route 3 in Unova. If you're watching the recap, I'm sorry it's a little too late for you, but you can catch Purloin and Pidove, and there is a chance to win a shiny Purloin. We'll see if an Iron Man can come out on top today. Next up, December 23rd on Tuesday, 1 p.m. AT. Hope a fair bit of you guys are off work or off school by this point. If not, I'm so sorry. Much love to you. I hope your boss is nice to you to that day. But if you are off on Tuesday at 1 p.m. ET, there is a catch event at Route 37 in Johto. You have 1 hour to catch Stantler, Vulpix, Growlithe, and Scyther with nature bonuses of +5 for Adamant and +5 for Modest. You have a chance to win a shiny Stantler plus some free RP. The free RP is absolutely huge for every kind of account, every kind of player, but especially Iron Man leading up until event season. And then finally, we have our RIOLU catch event. This is one of the tougher ones. This is a really interesting one. If you're an Iron Man account, you might want to really prioritize this, or even like a new player wanting to win an event. I don't think that many people will show up to this one. It is on the 28th of December, right like during peak time, peak hours of the Xmas event. As well as it's at about 5 p.m. ET. It's on a Sunday, which is kind of weighing it back in, I guess. It's at Route 216 in Sinnoh. There is a non-shiny prize. It's a catch event over in Sinnoh at Route 216. You have 1 hour to catch Riolu, Machoke, Meditite, Sneasel, and Snover. And nature bonuses are +4 for Jolly, +3 for Adamant, and +2 for Timid. Now, it actually is a really nice prize. Getting a 6x slow to 1 Lucario for raids would actually be fantastic for almost every kind of player. However, non-shiny prize during the first few days of the event, I don't think a whole lot of people will go to this. When not a lot of people go to an event, it increases your likelihood of winning. So as an Iron Man who wants the RP, those are the exact kind of events you want to go to, and it kind of counteracts the player base. So just good luck to everybody going to this RIOLU event. And if you have not seen it, there is also an art contest happening in PokeMMO right now. I covered it in today's stream recap. I think it's a really cool event. I love when they do stuff like this. I love this artwork by Route 10. Basically, you can go check out all the details for yourself over on the forums. I'm not going to cover them all in great detail again today, but if you're interested, go check it out. Just make sure you draw all of your original artwork. Make sure it is Christmas themed. That's really important. And then submit it over here as soon as like December 22nd. I think you can start submitting over here on the forums. You have a chance to win a shiny Snover or a shiny Delibird, competitive or PVM ready or whatever you want it to be, by drawing some really cool art in PokeMMO. And I love they can reward players for having different skill sets in the game. Next up, we have our community showcase, our achievement showcase for the game. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Randall is a new player who started playing December 4th. That is 16 days ago, Randall. That is 15 days, but 15 days ago. This guy has put in 206 hours. Are you fucking kidding me? He has complete Pokedex and all regions done in 15 days. That is ludicrous. That's insane. Nice work, Randall. You're gaming. I respect it. make sure you're showering, make sure you're, you know, going to school, going to work, doing all your important stuff. As long as you're doing that, enjoy PokeMMO, dude. Hell yeah, much love to you. Next up, this is a big screenshot, okay, but it's important. It's from Astro DRG, who was able to get a full box of raid Pokemon. Look at all these mons he prepared. Not even that, but they're all level 100. Just the sheer amount of time, the insane amount of time just to XP train all of these Pokemon. Like, this is, you can see the Honchkrow there is 5 times 31. I don't know if all of these are 5 times 31, or, you know, I would be shocked if that's the case. That would be astronomical. But in my opinion, dude, this is, oh my god. Like, this takes, I think he has like, what, 1,200 hours of playtime? That's like all of his playtime just doing this. Like, at least, like, I would guess he did all the stories and then just prepared as many raid mons as possible. And I think it's beautiful, dude. I think it's very fucking cool. It's very doable, but it's very rare, Beggy. Like, you know, like, you have to try to keep in this perspective. When we're on stream, we're used to like the hyper end game. You know, we're used to seeing crazy stuff. We love this game. You know, there's a lot of casual. The average player is just having fun, and you know, we are not the average player watching the live stream, watching to see the crazy. This is a crazy. Yeah, this is a crazy accomplishment. A full box of potentially 5, even if not 5 times 31s, like just level 100 raid mons. Super impressive. Really cool stuff, Astro. Thanks for sharing. Next up, this guy, CMK, or Colin in game. I love, they were hosting a shiny hunt event or some sort of Shuntathon over in the Optic team, and he threw up 1 sweet scent and got a shiny Ferroseed. It's always a cool feeling. Obviously, it wasn't at 5 encounters. It was, you know, 1 sweet scent of the day. But that's still a really fucking cool thing to see. I remember, I think for my Marowak, one of my shinies, I logged in, I threw up 1 sweet scent, and I got a shiny for the day, and that is a really cool feeling. So congrats to him. That's a really cool shiny to show off in one dot and via some sort of shiny hunting event in his team. I love, join teams in PokeMMO, join those local events. They give you that sense of community, that sense of, you know, goals to shoot for. Really cool to see, man. Congratulations. And then here is the craziest story of the day that I hope people have stuck around for. This is one of the craziest shunning stories I've seen of 2025. And this guy is a fucking legend in my book, okay? This guy, you might see, he went 138,000 encounters dry for a shiny Tynamo. But that's not the end of the story. You see, shiny Tynamo is a really tough spot. It's a ×5 horde Lepa spot, and I believe it's either 80-20 or 90-10, where you see Joltix either 80 or 90% of the time, and you only see Tynamos either 10 or 20%. It's somewhere in that range. I don't know the exact numbers. But this 100, so usually at that spot, you see about 4 to 8 Joltix. Is that math right? I'm trying to, yeah, I think you see about 4 to 8 Joltix on the way to your 1 Tynamo, right? Okay, that's crazy, right? This guy went 18 fucking phases. He didn't get 4 to 9, 4 to 8. He went 18. He went 18 phases. He shunted 1 Pokemon. And it took him 18 shinies to get the one that he wanted. This is absolutely madness. This is fucking crazy. This is dedication to the utmost maximum oomphness degree. I can only imagine the feeling. And the fact that the final phase was 138,000 encounters is like, makes me want to throw up in my mouth. Now, he started this shunt before the official encounter counter was added, but here is just a glimpse. He got some of it on the official. Look at this. Not only did this fucker, and I say that with love, did this fucker go 18 phases dry for Tynamo. He went 59k. Look at the fucking encounter numbers, okay? And he did some other shinies along the way, as you can see, but look at the 59k, 39k, 4700, 18k, 86k, 23k, 57k, 37k, 7k, 37k again. Like, go back down. 7k, 37k, 42k, 36k, and then the final one being 138k. This guy went dry like every step of the way. Not only did he go 18 phases for this Pokemon that he wanted, he also went dry on so many shunts. This is peak shunting. This is peak endurance. This is peak never giving up. This is insane, man. This is like so fucking cool. Much love to, I believe, Tazeya. Tazeya, I believe is how you say it. If I butchered it, I'm so sorry. This is what it's all about, man. You represent the endurance that PokeMMO shiny hunting can put forth in someone. Thank you for your hunt. Thank you for your work. Congratulations, and I'm glad you finally got. Also, the other thing is like Tynamo shiny looks like shit. You know, like Tynamo's a shit shiny. However, Electros, whew, one of the coolest shinies in PokeMMO. Oh my god. Oh. He hunted 18 phases for this, and I get it. Honestly, I'm starting to understand. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. My words can't do enough justice to your hunts, dude, but congratulations. Wait, I didn't even know that. That's actually a really interesting option. Someone said some people call Electros a shiny phase at the Staryu hunt. I didn't know that if you lure at what you should do if you're shunning Staryu, it's a lure encounter. That's actually okay. So if you ever want a shot, that's why I always say it's really important to make a list of every shiny Pokemon you want in PokeMMO, and then like thinking long term about what you should shunt first. So like, for example, you should only ever shunt. If you want both Electros and Staryu or Starmie one day, you should absolutely shunt Staryu first. So you don't because then if you get Staryu, okay, first, then you can go do the Time Slide Forts of Tynamo or whatever, right? But if you get Electros on the way, accidentally, on the way to shiny Staryu, you save so much time, right? So it's really important to make a long list of all the shinies you want to get for, and then kind of plan long term of the order of which you want to hunt them. Pat, how important is hidden building Manectric for raids? I wonder if I can afford to skip it since it's so damn expensive. You skip it. I'm so glad you asked. It is not like, it's kind of nice, but like, dude, you do not need this. It's so expensive. It's a niche. Look at it. Oh my, it's gotten worse. It's gotten more expensive. It only came from Mysterious Cherish Balls, so it's a really rare Pokemon. You don't need it. You don't. I respect you asking. If you have, I think if you want to do the plus strategy, plus minus or whatever, I think just Rocket. There's so many budget options for those. You don't need the Manectric. Going Ampharos, you know, 80k. Even these are getting kind of expensive. 80k for the cheapest base breeder. Plus and Minun. Plus is 2k though. Minun's going to be minus, not plus, but same effect, right? The plus and minus abilities do seem to be really, really fucking good for raids. Like really, really powerful, and also really budget, which is pretty nice. So definitely, you don't need to go the expensive one of Manectric. I'm so glad you asked. Great question. All right, someone keeps memeing and saying how KlinkKlang, you know, KlinkKlang is also a plus minus model, could be good for raids. I know this, but I know they're memeing. But like, okay, funnily enough, KlinkKlang actually could be good. I'm gonna be AFK. Hello. KlinkKlang actually could be good if plus minus affected like whichever attack stat was highest, right? That would actually be pretty sick. Because more of a like the problem is like KlinkKlang, it has a much higher physical attack, and also its move pool. Its move pool is like super strange, isn't it? It's like its main. It has Volt Switch. It has wild charge. It's one of those like physical electric types just like kind of don't work. Sadly, it has T-Ball. Yeah, I guess the more I'm thinking about it, KlinkKlang might honestly not be a bad option. Wait a minute. Wait, are we onto a secret good raid mon that no one's built? Isn't mine on 75's Patak? Okay, 85. KlinkKlang probably is the worst plus minus mon in the game in terms of, sadly, it's a cool Pokemon. It could be interesting. It is probably the worst plus minus. Oh, it's not even a. Am I going through fucking psychosis? I 1000% thought this thing was steel and electric. It's just steel. Okay, never mind. It's ass and unusable. If this was electric, it actually would be like the worst. It would still be an option. It'd be worth considering. How is this thing not electric? Why are you trolling me, bro? Bro, this is the motivation and the good luck we needed to start today, man. This person said never give up, guys, in normal chat, and posted their single encounter shiny Charizard. Met in the wild. 2x31. Beautiful Pokemon, dude. Beautiful Pokemon. Alrighty, fellas, welcome to Foodtrouski. I am I'm issuing a food trigger warning, okay? The internet has done something to us, okay? People will go online and be like, oh, are you feeling lazy on a comfy Saturday? Make this meal. And then it will be them dicing up 12 different fresh vegetables, importing organic, deer meat from fucking, different country. Like, people have gone crazy. They'll present the most beautiful, insane, high-end cuisine and be like, ooh, comfy, cozy Sunday lunch, okay? I'm here to do the total opposite. I'm here to show you gruel and grime that us gamers are eating on the daily basis to sustain our bodies as fuel to keep on getting more encounters in PokeMMO. So today, here is my lunch of choice. I'm cleaning out the cabinet. I'm cleaning out the pantry. It is a hot dog on a hamburger bun because the bun's molded, the hot dog bun's molded. A hot dog on a hamburger bun with A1 steak sauce, and then mesquite kettle cooked barbecue chips on the sandwich, and then also on the side. I know, culinary masterpiece. Thank you, Gordon Ramsay, for your critique. I will see you guys tomorrow. It's a really interesting rule to think about, Rick Riley. Someone said, what's your rule around charm links with your Ironman accounts? I don't allow any charm links. And it's honestly a really tough rule because I think, like, there's a Trico, by the way. I think being in someone's shiny charm, like getting that 5% boost would be like fine. Like, it's a tough rule to enforce on Ironman because if it just worked as though, oh, if someone offers a charm slot or whatever, you know, it's fun and fine. The problem is that people could, you have to, with Iron Man rule sets, you have to think about what could be abused, right? It's the same with like it's the same reason why I don't let unofficial events be allowed, because technically someone could just like post an unofficial event, say that it starts in 1 minute, and the first person to show up, they can like host it with their main account, go to it on their Iron Man account, and then just like win the event, right? And win whatever prize, right? So the same is true with like with charms, where like if you allow shiny charms being in a link as an Ironman account, you could just be on your main account and be popping shiny charms constantly, and then let your Ironman be in the link. And that, in my opinion, creates an unfair advantage, because that the whole beauty of Ironman is like we're getting away from the pay to win or the pay to for advantage of PokeMMO. I've said, for, you know, a lot of people are saying PokeMMO has got, in my opinion, some people think PokeMMO is pay to win. I don't think that personally, but I do think it's pay to advantage, and I do think it's gotten more and more pay for advantage over the past few years, and I really don't like that, right? So what I've done is I've created a game mode that pushes against that mentality and that thought process, and against those mechanics, right? I play a game mode where you can't just go credit card swipe and get shiny charms, get donator status, get mysterious balls, right? Get chum buckets, get, you know, I play a game mode where all of your achievements matter, and I think it's really, really important. So I think it's a complicated rule. Like it's complicated. Like you have to think about it a lot. But like having that rule of no charm links allowed is, I think, really important, because otherwise someone could abuse it, and you have to factor that in. There is an interesting question of like, what about Iron Man only charm links? That I don't really know. Like if someone, I think I'm just kind of like in the middle on it. I probably wouldn't be in an Iron Man only charm link. I haven't been in one so far on the account. But if 4 Iron Men were like, yo, I have some, you know, richest charms or item magnet charms from the recent event that I earned, do other Iron Men in the team want to hop in those? Like, I think that's fine. I would not consider those people like not Iron Men anymore. That's crazy, right? But that ruling is honestly still kind of up in the air, and it goes to show how like the Iron Man account has only existed, at least in the main. People played it nichely prior to me creating one. I want to qualify that, but like, me creating one really put it to the mainstream, right? Obviously, so it's just like the past 7 months or so, you know. So like we still have a lot to learn, a lot to explore, and these conversations like that, asking questions like that, is how we do it. Great question. I haven't actually been able to talk about this in a while because I haven't been single encounter shunning, but the lore bug is still in the game, and it's a really common bug, and it's super freaking annoying. If you know what I'm talking about, you know. If you don't know, the lore bug is that if you get a single encounter on the final step of the final 1 or 2 steps of the lore, the game will ask you, hey, do you want to repop your lore? And even if you click yes, when you leave that encounter, your lore won't be popped. So you're just running back and forth, and you have to like manually check, and it's just really, really annoying. If you shiny hunt single encounters for hundreds of hours, you run into this bug like multiple times an hour. It's so annoying. It is one of the biggest, like, in terms of bug fixes, and it really affects the gameplay. In terms of bug fixes, I really, really hope this gets fixed at some point, because that is, I don't know if like ping or lag affects it. I'm not sure, but I have pretty decent, like 60 ping. It's like fine, 70 ping. I'm really hoping that bug gets fixed too. And in terms of priorities of bugs, I would love to see that one get worked on. Pretty please. Oh my goodness. We might have a super rare occurrence. Wait, who is it? Oh, he's still. Good luck. Good luck. We have a shiny Rio. Come on, stay for stream. No! First ball? Give him a second, bro. Give him a chance to soak in the moment. Was that first ball no shakes? Oh. Oh my god. What was the IGN? I want to make sure I get the IGN. Who was it? I want to give credit to the player. I just randomly try to click on them. Who was the player? Does anybody know in chat? I want to give credit. Credit where credit's due. Next one. Why is he he's a demon. It was Bephef. Yeah, I think it was a B name. Yup, that sounds right. Dude, that fucking hurt. It wasn't mine. It wasn't, I don't know the guy. It wasn't a teammate. It wasn't a friend. It wasn't my shiny RIOLU. That fucking hurt, man. That shit hurted. God. Good luck to you on your next one, Bep. Keep going, dude. You're a king. You're a scholar. You're a grinder. You can do it. I believe in you. Ouch. Wait, I am hearing from Spidget that CORSOLA put in work today in an NU PvP tournament. Is that true? What was the moveset? Was it like a tank CORSOLA? That's actually sick. What's the here? NU CORSOLA PvP stats. 0.4%. It's the guy who must have used it, I bet. It was assault vest. Dude. So it's actually an attacking CORSOLA, but just made to be tanky off of the this must be him. This must be him. This was probably these games, all 36 of these games. Maybe some were not him. I wonder if these are like all testing for the tournament today. That's crazy. You can see tournament usage here. Or in 4 days. Yeah, he got the round 4 in 4 games. He combines it with Tangela. That's based because CORSOLA's, it's a good combo. CORSOLA's biggest weakness, it's 4 times weak to grass, right? So Tangela ends up being a fantastic switch. That's really cool. Wow. It has regenerator as well. That's ooh. CORSOLA, Assault Gear, Eviolite Tangela. No way. Assault Gear CORSOLA, Eviolite Tangela, new defensive core just dropped in NU. When's the video, Spidget? Poggies. The full NU team was Eviolite Tangela, Aerodactyl, CORSOLA, Claydol. I love Claydol. Claydol is such a unique Pokemon that does such specific things. Let's check the like overall usage of this guy's team. So Tangela, 4% usage. This is one of the most off-meta teams I've ever seen. Aerodactyl, 3% usage. CORSOLA, 0.4 usage. Claydol, 1.96. Arcanine, 25. Okay, 1 meta Pokemon. And then Vanillix. That is a straight up, yeah. Dude, what a team. That guy got to round 4, you said, of the NU tournament. Not even just like solo queue. That's so sick. Good for him, dude. Wait, this is actually, I wish we had footage of this. This is one of the craziest shiny stories I've ever heard. Yo, Pat, I have no one to tell this story to, so I'm going to tell it to you. I caught a shiny Smeargle recently, my first one ever, and it almost killed itself because I swapped Pokemon first round. Yes, one of the biggest mistakes you'll see from people shutting at Smeargle, and do not switch Pokemon on your first round. You need Smeargle to sketch a move, or else it'll start struggling and it will kill itself. So yes, please make sure that you and in a horde, you can't like Master Ball it, you can't, you know, Pokeball to save it. It's just gonna die. So you have to make sure that you like use False Swipe, use some sort of move to give it the PP, right? Yeah. So okay, so you switched first Pokemon first turn, and it started to spam Struggle, and it used Struggle twice, but then your Effect Spore Breloom made it fall asleep before it struggled for the 3rd time and died. And you were able to catch it at 55,000 encounters. The fact that your Effect Spore Breloom saved your catch is insane. Effect Spore Breloom, like it could have poisoned it, it could have paralyzed it, which would have, you know. I've seen Effect Spore Breloom cost so many people so many shinies. The fact that in this situation it actually saved yours is so beautiful. That is actually one of the craziest stories, man. I'm glad you caught it. Congratulations. Yeah, I could say prepare better for next time, but it's easy to make those mistakes. Much love to you, dude. I'm really glad you caught it. Holy crap. This is a really good question. Is there any circumstance that would make you break your Iron Man rule? Obviously, my main instinct is to say no. But what if someone listed like a Q? What if I just happened to be looking at the GTL and someone listed like a Q hat for like 1 mil? I'm gonna be honest. For those who don't know, a Q hat is a vanity that's worth like multiple billions of Pokeyen. Like it's like so expensive you don't see them on the GTL because it's worth over the max cash stack, which the max cash stack in PokeMMO is around 2.2 billion. So to be honest with you, there isn't really interesting discussion. So there's actually a funny discussion of like how much money is worth the 1,300 hours to throw away on the Iron Man account. Like it's actually you could count it out. Like I think I might. If a Q hat was theoretically listed for 1 million Pokeyen, and let's say I don't know what it's worth nowadays. Let's do like a electric. I think, and sometimes endgame players get mad at me, so I'm gonna qualify. I'm not saying this item is exactly this price. I'm saying like last I checked, it was around this. I'm not qualified to give a proper thing on this, right? Let's say for this example that electric storm is 15 bill. Okay, let's say for example an electric storm is 15 bill. If I saw an electric storm listed for like 2 mil, like there's a good chance I'm breaking the Iron Man rules. And like I like to say like no, I would stand tall and wouldn't do that, but in the moment I might just instantly try to snipe that. And I probably would, someone would probably buy it faster than me, honestly, but that might be and and if I did that, there's a question of I might just restart from scratch at that point on the Iron Man account, or just like sell it and then track it as I would be like, I don't get the Pokeyen back, like that's the 2 mil spent, I give it to the main account and I kind of just like continue on or whatever. I think that's fair. Personally, I think I probably would. I'll be honest. And even if it meant if the community outraged, it was like you need to restart from scratch, I'd be like, that's fair. It was worth it. Like you have to think about like how much. 15 billion Pokeyen is so much. Yes, if they made an official Iron Man mode, I would restart. Yes, that's something I've talked about in the past. And the same thing happened in old school RuneScape, and everybody restart. It's worth the restart. As silly as much as it hurts in the moment. Redoing the early game is fun though, and redoing the early game is fun. Like, I just like playing the game. The progress is nice, yes, but I just like playing the game. I'm hoarding on accident. Whoopsie. But think about 15 bill is just so much. Like it's hard to like look at this. It fills with the calc. So let's do, to give you an idea, 15 billion Pokeyen divided by 300k, which is your average Jimmy run, right? That is 50. If I did my math right, that is 50,000 Jimmy runs divided by 365. Let's say that you did a Jimmy run every day. You never missed a single day. How many years would it take you? It would take you 136 years. 136 years of Jimmy running. You can't do it in your lifetime. We are talking generational wealth when we are discussing Electric Storm, Q Hat, Desu Lab Coat. Like, you cannot make this amount of money in your lifetime doing Jimmy runs, at least on one account. Now let's try to calc. Let's say you spend 10 hours every day of your life. 10 hours every day doing Jimmy runs on 10 alt accounts. So you're making 3 million Pokeyen a day, okay? Let's do 15 billion divided by 3 mil. If you spend 10 hours a day playing PokeMMO, it's still going to take you 5,000 days. Divided by 35? 13 years. Let's say let's round up to 14. So it would literally take you 14 years of playing PokeMMO, 10 hours a day. What's the math on that? 14 times 35. It was 5,000 hours, right? So we'll do 5,000. I got lost in my math somewhere, but it would be a lot. It'd be a lot. No, it was more than that, right? I got lost in my math. 5,000 Jimmy runs. I got lost in my math. Where are we at? 14. Let's say 14 years times 365. 5,110 days. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, it would take you 5,110 days of 10 hours a day. It's just madness, you know? Let's do this. I lost track. It doesn't matter. It'd be insane. The point is, like, Electric Storm, Q-Hat, Desu Lab Coat, it is generational wealth. I probably would break the Iron Man rule set for those. That's a great question. Wait, Gbwead, that was you? Wait, is that true or are you pulling my leg? Gbwead, who is one of the most OG players in PokeMMO since like 2012, 2013, said that he's the one who caught the 181 Purloin. Wait, I did not know that. And he said that if he wins, it will be his first catch event win in 12 years. No shot. That's fucking beautiful. Everybody was so mad that someone caught a... Dude, this is the most deserved catch, most deserved winning catch event of all time. Bro, Gbwead, I wish you the best of luck, man. PvP extraordinaire. Catch event winner. When will his resume stop? Good luck to you, man. Dude, that's a beautiful story, Gbwead. I have done something similar, but like years and years and years ago. Gbwead said, I sold my first OT Shiny 11 years ago in PokeMMO, and someone gifted it back to me via mail 2 weeks ago. Talk about a fucking Christmas miracle, dude. What? 11 years ago? The fact that it wasn't bred, that's a bit like the odds of one of your old Shinies from like 2012, 2013, 2014, like not have been bred is super rare. And then, yeah, that's insane. It was a shiny Arcanine. It was worth a lot back then. Yeah, I was thinking about shiny Ponyta. Used to be one of the most desired and rarer shinies in Pokemon back in like 2013. Shiny Ponyta was worth like I think 6 to 8 lucky eggs. That was the currency back then before Pokeyen. Shiny Ponyta was worth like 6 to 8 lucky eggs. It was one of the more like desirable, you know, very, very lovely. And now Shiny Ponyta / Rapidash is one of the most common shinies in PokeMMO. It's really funny how things change over time. This sentence is so real and gives newer players so much perspective. Imagine like coming back to PokeMMO from an era of no legendaries, no time swipe hordes, no currency before Pokeyen was even the tradable thing, and like looking at the GTL and seeing an Articuno for 175k. And you're sitting there and you're like, what? Like, what the fuck happened? Like, PokeMMO has changed. Not that I think the current version of PokeMMO isn't the absolute best version, but it's definitely way better. As someone who played in 2013, and I have nostalgia for 2013, and I love 2013 PokeMMO, the current game is so much better. The current game is so much better. And you know, it's just a nostalgia thing. You gotta keep that rose-tinted goggles thing in mind. But there is something funny. There is a funny element of like, holy fuck, so much has changed, you know? But alrighty, fellas, what a competitive catch event. What a competitive Shuntathon. What a day. I hope you guys enjoyed. We had some fun discussion along the way in the stream recap. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, dislike if not, subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos every single day. Follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. And Discord's down below if you're interested in that. If you want to go above and beyond and make all this possible and get your name featured at the end of videos like this one, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal and Venmo donations really do make the difference. I will see you guys next Monday for some chill, casual streams leading up until the Xmas event. But for now, I will see you guys later. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and peace a freaking Reno. Yo, what's up? Patrouski here. I wanted to take this second to say thank you so much for watching the entire video. It is thanks to people like you I'm able to make the content that I do, as well as everybody whose name is listed here. That's it for me. Have a fantastic day.